What's up, you guys? Welcome back to WideBody Nation. These gas prices are out of control. It is March 8th today, 2022, and it is $4.17 as the national average, which I believe is up over 10 cents from just like 24 to 48 hours ago. So it is climbing rather quickly, and I do believe that the U.S. has banned some version of Russian imported oil. I'm sure there's tons of stipulations and red tape around that allow for this, but don't allow for that. So we're not going to get into the nitty gritty here. We're here to save you money. And we're going to do that in 3 ways with a bonus way at the end. So the 3 ways center around credit cards. We're not just looking to save you, 5 cents a gallon or whatever silliness that, whatever these Shell or these MAPCOs or these whatever it may be stations are offering you. You're looking to save you 3, 5, or maybe even 10 or more percent if you're going to follow the strategies that I have in this video. So it's 3 strategies, and they are this basically. So the first one is to find a dedicated gas credit card, right? That's kind of the most obvious strategy. Is like Google how best gas credit card or best credit card for gas. Any variation of that phrase. That one is probably only going to net you between 3 and 5, like 3 to 5, 3 to 6% savings, okay? The next strategy is to find another personal credit card that has really good rewards that's going to save you hundreds or thousands of dollars in points back, and you'll see what I mean. So like there's the dedicated gas card, or if you think you're going to meet a spending threshold, there's another personal credit card that's just, it's not a dedicated gas card is what I'm saying. There are better personal credit cards that are more lucrative, that give you more money or more points or whatever it may be than gas credit cards, okay? And then lastly, there's business credit cards, which if you guys sell anything, whether you sell like, for instance, Destroyer 1320, he has these neutral strap covers for your Scat packs and Hellcats and all these Dodges and Mopars out there to prevent how my Redeye Charger was stolen. If you sell one of these, technically you have a business. So almost everybody and their mom qualify for a business credit card. It's just that a lot of people think that they don't. So that third option is a business credit card, because those business credit cards, if you can meet the spending threshold, will give you potentially the most lucrative bonuses and make it so that you're saving hundreds or thousands of dollars on your purchases, which could obviously include gas, depending on how much you drive. Now, we're about to jump into the details here, folks, but just a disclaimer. I mean, this is a gas-oriented video, but it's also a credit card kind of techniques 101. So if you feel like you don't really need the gas aspect, but you think that you can, or let me just put it this way. If you watch this video through the end, you're probably going to figure out a way to save hundreds or thousands of dollars. And one of the ways you can get that money is by going into a lot of these credit cards. If you get the points, so say I had 100,000 points in my Chase account, that's $1,000. Like I literally cashed out in December on my account. I cashed out 100,000 points, and in my account, it literally gave me $1,000 cash, not credits, not this, not that, just cash, okay? So that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about real money. So I put the very complicated search into Google of best gas credit cards, and this is one of the sites. We got comparecredit.com, we got nerdwallet.com, and we got thepointsguy.com. I personally really like the Points Guy, but that's because I kind of was a credit card nerd for a while. So this one is great. It's just a lot of reading, okay? We'll start here because this is your option number 1. Best gas rewards card, okay? Now, this gas rewards card is halfway down the page right here, okay? But it's because of the sponsorships and everything like that, okay? Because like this 2% cash rewards is the top credit card up here. They're at the top of the page, and that's not the best one for gas. So take that for what it's worth. So this American Express Blue Cash Preferred card right here has 3% back at U.S. gas stations. Now, 3% back, is that a ton of money? At $5 a gallon, 3% back is like 15 cents a gallon. So is it a ton of money? No, but is it taking the edge off? I'd say yeah. I mean, it's not horrible. Plus, it looks like there's an intro bonus, $300 back after you spend 3,000 on your first uh, purchases within the first 6 months. So you get $300 back if you buy enough gas or whatever else it may be. Plus, you're getting 3% back. So like, I don't know. I spend a lot of money on gas, so I could probably hit that 3,000 in a half a year, in 6 months. That's a lot of gas. I mean, my Corvette, now that it's twin turboed, eats up a lot of gas. I might as well just buy race gas at this point, if we're being honest. So this is kind of your basic gas card, folks. Like, 6% back at grocery stores, and then you get 3% back on Uber and on gas stations. So that's your kind of like entry level, your bottom dollar kind of deal, like your just super easy solution to this here gas crisis. And I wouldn't even call it a solution. I would just call it like a way to make it sting less. The next thing we got is the Discover It cashback card, which kind of represents another group of cards that have these like rotating categories they take a little bit of maintenance, a little bit of brain power on your part. Maybe you got about two brain cells to rub together, like these neutral strap theft deterrent covers. Like, you got to rub them together in order to get results here. But basically, as long as gas is a category of saving on this card, you would go in and activate that category for up to 5% cash back. So instead of 3% guaranteed, we're kind of risking it to get 5%. But it says here, every year going back to 2014, gas stations have been among the 5% categories. So, take that for what it's worth. 3% level up to 5%, but just takes a little bit more logging in and selecting your bonus category, if you guys know what I'm talking about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, and you prefer 5% over 3%, then that is something you'd have to look into a little bit. So we have this one that we just talked about, and some other ones that are about the 3% range. We have the 5% now, so you can apply there. This one says no annual fee. Is this one also no annual fee? Let's see, make sure. Okay, $0 for the first annual fee. So honestly, right now, this Discover card is looking like it's probably a better deal because it's a 0% annual fee and you're presumably getting 5% cash back. So 5% cash back, let's say gas hits $5 a gallon, 5% cash back would be 25 cents off a gallon, which, I mean, if you're filling up 10 gallons, that's saving you $2.50 per fill up. If you're filling up like a big diesel or a big whatever it may be that has 25 or 50 gallons, I mean, you start saving some real money at that point, $10, $12.50, something like that, as far as savings go. And over time, obviously, that builds up, right? Now, the points guy is where we land for our last option. Well, our last two options, because I just showed you two different gas rewards credit cards that kind of fulfilled option number one, okay? So option number two is signing up for something like the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. Now, I gave you guys that example of the Chase Sapphire Preferred card in the early part of the video, and that is because if you spend the intro bonus, which is where's the intro bonus on here? Let's see, we gotta jump in here real quick. Okay. Meeting the requirements. Let's see. So basically, you need to, spend, apologize for the quick, usually it's really obvious. There we go, okay. 60,000 bonus miles after you spend $3,000 on purchases in the first 3 months. So what I'm getting at here is, if you guys just get one of these credit cards and you do gas, groceries, even rent, if you're allowed to pay rent on these, like gas, groceries, rent could be potentially enough money to get 60,000 bonus points, which is $600 worth of cash back. And that's, $600 worth of cash back based off of $3,000 of spending is like 20% back. So that is way better than 5%, way better than 3%. And so that's kind of the angle I'm getting after here. So basically, this has a $95 annual fee, but you get these 60,000 bonus points based off of you spending the $3,000 in the first 3 months, which averages out to $1,000. So $1,000 a month. So as long as you can meet that spending threshold, then I would highly recommend maybe doing this instead, or in addition to getting a gas card, maybe getting a gas card after you get one of these cool cards right here. And then lastly, we have our business cards, which these business cards can get pretty lucrative, but they usually have really high intro spending limits. For instance, let's see, we have the American Express business card, but you need to spend 15 grand as the minimum spend to get this $120,000 or 120,000 points, which I believe is worth roughly about $1 per point, depending on where you redeem it. I have this card right here, the Inc. Business Preferred, which offers 100,000 points, which is straight up $1,000 that you could convert back to your account. The problem is that it also has a $15,000 spending minimum to get that 100,000 that 100,000 points, or $1,000 effectively speaking. Now, also Chase cards have the 524 rule, which if you're not familiar with that, they automatically deny your credit card if you have 5 or more new credit cards of any type within the last 24 months. So they have these little weird kind of like prohibitive rules that don't allow you to sign up for their cards. So those are the two kind of Chase has some other ones that are decent. So Chase has some lower ones like 7,500 in the first 3 months, which still, like, if you have a side hustle and you have some business expenses and you're driving around and you're paying for inventory or whatever it may be, $750 back is still nothing to slouch at, because that would be $750 off of $7,500, which is still 10% savings. So this business angle is probably the least likely for a lot of you guys watching this video, but it is potentially the most lucrative. So with that being said, to sum up the video, we have dedicated gas rewards cards, which are usually between the 3 and the 5% savings. We have personal cards, which if you can meet the minimum spending limit, like that Chase Sapphire Preferred card, could potentially net you 20% savings. And then lastly, the business cards, if you can really jump up to that $7,500 in the first 3 months, or $10,000 or even $15,000, if you're already spending that money, like I know a lot of auto shops just for inventory, they're just churning, then you're going to be getting back $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 worth of points back, which is definitely nothing to slouch at. I mean, that's some serious money back. So to close out the video, yes, gas prices are pretty high. If you guys are not already members at a gas station, that can be added on top. So like Shell, you get the Shell, like Rapid Rewards or whatever. That's an extra 5 cents off. So that's another about 1 to 2% off of gas. So if you have a gas credit card and you have your login for Shell or whatever, then you're saving 3 to 5% plus an additional 1% on that gas, which it's not amazing. It's not free gas. It's not $2 a gallon, but it is something off. So appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys are wondering what credit cards I have and use, all my referral links and kind of links to these websites are located down below. And then I'll probably put my top 3 favorites in the pinned comment as well. If you guys want to protect your Charger, Challenger 300, or other vehicles from theft, like how my Redeye Charger was stolen. I only had my Redeye Charger for like 2 months. Then go to destroyer1320.com, and he has these different systems to protect your car from being easily stolen, so your car is harder to steal than the next car. So hopefully they would come into your car and be like, oh crap, this guy's protected, and then move on to the next one. But hey, if you want to leave your car unprotected, that's on you. I showed you how to save money on gas, and I showed you how to protect your car. At this point, it's up to you. So use code WBN on destroyer1320.com if you want to save 20%, and use those links below if you guys want the best deals on credit cards to get those points that you can convert to cash or hotels or travel or gift cards or whatever it may be. Stay safe out there, and I will see you for the next video.